Good afternoon to all participants.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my best wishes to all of you for safe, secure, and healthy life. And I am very
Thank you.
much hopeful that the world will overcome with all these problems very soon, which are affecting not only education system but an entire economy of the world. So let us wait, and every problem has a solution, and I am very much hopeful that this COVID challenge will be very soon we will become overcome about these things.
Very good. Thank you.
Mr. Atul, the entire presentation will be basically, I will submit a PPT presentation to all of you that will take approximately 15 minutes. And through that presentation, I will try my best to complete all issues about education, about CBSE problems or solutions, and about the questions raised especially during COVID time. So once again, I am very much thankful to all of you, especially Mr. Atul and your organization for giving me this opportunity. And also thank to all participants, especially students, parents, teachers, and principals who are contributing their best during this COVID time. First of all, I once again welcome to all of you. And the first question is, what is the aim of education? And the aim of education is to preparing future-ready, responsible, committed, and values-oriented citizens for any country. And holistic development through competency-based learning. What is the meaning of holistic development? What do you mean by holistic development? This is a general term like complete personality development, but I can say that development of a complete mental, emotional, physical, and social well-being can be a holistic development of a child and leading to the all-round development of an individual. When we say holistic development, this indicates competency-based learning of a child. Through competency-based learning, through skill-based learning, we can develop a holistic way of a child. And again, I can refer, what is competency? What's a competency? This is a general term, everyone talking about competency. But when we go in detail, I can say the demonstration of knowledge, skills, ability, attitude to perform a task successfully, efficiently on different occasions, then meeting real life challenges and analyze the reasoning, communicating ideas effectively. A competent person is capable of applying use a set of knowledge, skills of different abilities, successfully carry out a task. For example, we quite often say a person is competent enough to handle a gathering of 100 people. This means that she has the skill sets of abilities needed to handle a group of 100 persons. And in this case, the person has the requisite skill of content knowledge, communication, people management, and leadership. All these skills put together are competencies. When we are saying a person is competent, we can say he is competent with skills, with content knowledge, with communication skills, and by these skills, he can become a leader. Then what is competency-based learning? Basically, it is a model of education that enables a student to engage in the learning, exercises, activities, and experiences. Focuses on the demonstration and application of learning in real life situations, thereby developing their 21st century skills. I can repeat it. The aim of education is to develop a child in a holistic manner, and for that, there are two things. There will be two things. One, competency-based learning, and one, 21st century skills. Competency-based learning is a big umbrella which covers 21st century skills and some other things. But today, I emphasize only on competency-based learning, especially 21st century skills. What are the 21st century skills? Because OECD, especially OECD, has announced that the learning outcome of a child will refer about 21st century skills. And these are the 3 L's which can denote 21st century skills. First, learning skills, 4 C's, literacy skills, IMT, and life skills, FLIPS. When I'm talking about literacy skills, when I'm talking about learning skills that cover critical thinking, creativity and innovation, collaboration and communication. I am referring to literacy skills, then that will cover information literacy, media literacy, technology literacy. And finally, what are the life skills? Life skills, we can denote it in 5 components like flexibility and adaptability, leadership and responsibility, initiative and self-direction, productivity, and social and cross-cultural interaction. In a nutshell, education today aims at providing competency-based learning to enable our students to be equipped with 21st century skills for being future-ready citizens contributing in nation building. How to achieve this aim? How our schools or parents or teachers can achieve this aim, this competency-based learning and 21st century skills. There are 4 pillars of entire schooling system. I can say 4 major areas of teaching learning process. 1, language and literature, 2, mathematics, 3, sciences, and 4, social sciences. Generally, from nursery to class 10th or nursery to class 12th, we taught these 4 subjects either holistic way or different branches of these 4 subjects. And with these 4 subjects, our schooling system or teachers or parents can develop 21st century skills in students. Example, integrating 21st century skills and competencies in subjects. How a teacher can integrate these things, how he can achieve learning goals or learning outcomes through these routine 4 or 5 subjects, because teachers have a limitation. He has only 4 or 5 subjects. Through those subjects, through teaching of those subjects, he has to achieve 21st century skills as well as competency-based learning. Like language, literature. With language literature, a teacher has to emphasize on the child of communication skills, creativity, innovation, and critical thinking. With maths, problem solving, creativity, critical thinking, and I can say innovation and creation. During this pandemic time, entire schooling and entire process of teaching learning process have been stopped. So this is a big question, that how we can proceed during this time, because schools are almost in lockdown situation and students are staying at their home. Some schools are continuing their online digital classes. Some are not able to continue these online classes. And even those schools who have the facility of online classes, they are facing many problems about teachers training, teachers capacity building, even for practicals, for activities, for projects, etc. And one another major problem we are facing, that after 2.5 hours, students are not able to sit in front of desktop, laptop for this teaching learning process. So this is a big challenge for all of us, and I am referring this. First of all, we have to focus ourselves that well-being is the priority. Well-being of a child, well-being of our students should be the topmost priority for entire school system, because if he miss the learning, if nowadays learning gaps are increasing, but after COVID, after some time, he will achieve each and everything if we protect him with health, security, and safe atmosphere. And we have to provide students a stress-free atmosphere. Parent, teacher, school act as a motivator, and decrease gap in learning due to closing of schools. This time, school have to provide opportunities to develop 21st century skills and competencies through digital technology, through enabling learning through online modes, project-based learning, online assessment, and feedback. These are the 4 pillars involved in this teaching learning process during COVID time, during pandemic time. Earlier, the entire burden was on the schools. But nowadays, when we are facing this lockdown situation, this COVID situation, basically homes are converted into schools, and we are demonstrating, we are enabling, we are giving each and everything to our student from school to home, from online to home. Schools, parents, students, principal and teachers. These are the four pillars of entire teaching learning process. And I can say the first and foremost, the most important pillar is the role of a teacher and principal during this pandemic time. And these are the roles, these are the responsibilities of a teacher, of a principal during this time. And I can say that enabling opportunities for continuous, joyful, and meaningful learning during COVID, give opportunities for child-centric activities, developing creativity and innovation among students, and equip yourself with the latest knowledge. Next, the role of school management during this COVID time, during this pandemic time, provide safe, secure, and appropriate infrastructure, equip the school with latest worldwide knowledge and technology, enable principal to be the pedagogical leader, training to all staff, including teachers, and bring the latest and current digital technology in the school. This is the responsibility of management, who can achieve, who can avail, who had to do these things for the welfare, for the future of students. And the role of parent during this time, enabling joyful atmosphere at home, especially during COVID, keeping children stress-free. Do not compare, avoid punishment, physical punishment, etc. Balance diet with complete nutrition, and be the role model for your children. This is the responsibility of parent, that they can demonstrate by their conduct, by their behavior, by their attitude, because the affective domain, the emotional development, always affects the entire career of a student, of a person, of a citizen. And this affective domain, this emotional development, especially denotes from their parents. If parents will behave, treat them equal, will be emotional with them, if they inspire, they motivate, they support their child during this time, this will be a very good thing for the future of students after COVID time. And what about the role of students? Normally we miss it, and during this time be an active learner, because everything we are providing to students, entire education setup is child-centric, and he has to be an active learner during this time. Be physically and mentally fit, research about the latest knowledge, respect and honor your surroundings. And for competency-based learning, for initiatives, for skilling of students, CBSE has taken many initiatives, which I can show you in next few slides. Transforming school education, making education competency-based, and developing 21st century skills among students. CBSE have developed more than 20 handbooks and manuals. Those manuals and handbooks are available on our website, and entire teaching fraternity, parents, students can go through on those manuals and handbooks. These manuals refer to each and every area of their main domain. And these are the main manuals and handbooks which we have prepared in last 1.5 years, like experiential learning, for art integrated learning, for 21st century skills, for joyful mathematics, for integration of artificial intelligence, cyber safety, handbook for students, handbook for teachers, handbook for principals, eco clubs, hubs of learning. These are the main These are the main manuals which we have already uploaded on our website, and I request to all teachers and principals who are participating in this webinar that please go through on those manuals, because if teacher and principal will be equipped with those things, the entire process will be very smooth and very fruitful. Even beside those manuals, CBSE have taken many academic activities like 30% rationalization of curriculum while retaining the conceptual connect and clarity. Process is ongoing, and we will come very soon with rationalized syllabus. Advisory to all schools to conduct online classes wherever feasible, and many schools have been able to conduct these online classes. Alternative academic calendar by NCERT that is available on our website as well as NCERT website. And I again request to all teachers and principals that please go through on alternative calendar of NCERT. Circular regarding this has been placed on CBSE website. Availability of CBSE Diksha platform and Vidyadan. This is a government portal basically launched by MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Development, and any teacher, any principal, any student can contribute their videos, their content, their knowledge, their text on this platform. And with that, entire teaching faculty, entire education world can be benefited. Then applied mathematics has been introduced from this session. Last year, we have introduced basically basic level mathematics in class 10. And this is the next step for introducing applied mathematics for class 11th and 12th students. Self-oriented learning is a better way. Hence, schools are expected to promote and encourage project-based learning and self-learning among the students. Art integrated transdisciplinary project up to class 10th with minimum one project based on pairing up states and UTs under Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat as per ekbharat.gov.in. This is a major activity which we have launched. We have issued a circular regarding this, that there will be a compulsory project in class 10th with integrated art learning. One another initiative, parental engagement in the self-learning of students advised by the board. Focus on 21st century skills of creativity, innovation, collaboration, life skills, etc. through these projects. Then there are many live lessons by experts for holistic well-being of school-going children. For mental wellness, physical wellness, CBSE and Fit India Mission have collaborated to provide live sessions by experts covering a range of topics for holistic well-being of school-going children, which will include simple actionable tips around basic exercises, nutrition, yoga and meditation, and boosting immunity, etc. CBSE have also initiated many investment activities for developing 21st century skills and competencies, like we have introduced Aryabhat Ganit Challenge, Reading Challenge, Expression Series, Storytelling Competition, Creative and Critical Thinking Practices. And beside the academic activities, we know that if we provide a capable teacher, if we provide a capable principal, the entire process can take a long jump. And for that, CBSE have initiated many training modules to their teachers. Earlier, we were providing only offline training. During COVID, we have launched online training courses also. And in last 1.5 months, more than 2 lakh teachers have been benefited. And these training initiatives, there are online training of teachers and principals. Nearly 2 lakh teachers have been trained till date. Preparation and release of about 400 CBSE podcasts for various subjects availing on CBSE Shiksha Vani app and on-demand training. There are many examination reforms we have initiated during last year, like paradigm shift from rote learning to competency-based learning, assessment as learning, competency-based question to assess the 21st century skills of critical thinking, creativity, problem-solving, analysis have been introduced in class 10th last year. That was only 10%, but this year, competency-based questions shall be minimum 20% in class 10th and minimum 10% in class 12th. With this, all subjects have internal assessment in the form of project and practicals. As you all know, there are 20% marks for internal assessment in all those subjects where there are no practicals. And in the last policy level reforms initiated, many policy level reforms initiated by CBSE, like new affiliation bylaws, customer oriented bylaws. Even this year, we are trying to revise our bylaws that there will be no committee inspection in extension cases, and we will provide extension without any committee inspection, so that school may get right time their extension letter. And then schools, principal, teachers, and parents all have to work together to implement these reforms to bring transformation. With all these words, once again, I can say that the entire aim of education is to enable their students with 21st century skills, and 21st century skills can come with these 4 or 5 subjects with teaching learning process and home-based learning. And during COVID time, this is a big challenge, but many schools are trying and successfully doing these things. And this is my humble request that do not stop anything during this time. Do not wait the time when lockdown will be open. Go ahead, start immediately, and whatever you can do in the favor of students. Once again, thank you, Atulji and Shraddha and entire your team for giving me this opportunity. And now you can take the questions from students.